When IELTS examiners are listening to you in the IELTS speaking test, or when they're reading your essays, reports, or letters in the IELTS writing test, they are constantly on the lookout for vocabulary which has a precise meaning. So in this video, I'm going to teach you 20 words related to technology which have a precise meaning. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to pronounce these words correctly. You will understand their meanings, and most importantly of all, you will see how to use them naturally in your IELTS responses. So here's the first of the 20 words, and it's device. Device. So you'll notice when I say it, the stress is on the second syllable, vice. Device. A device is a piece of equipment made for a specific purpose. And in the picture, you can see various devices. Let's look at some example sentences of how to use device in real sentences. Mobile devices have transformed how people access information worldwide. Many households now own at least 5 electronic devices connected to the internet. In my opinion, limiting children's device usage is essential for their development. So you might get a question in the IELTS writing test about how children are using devices. Device usage is a very common collocation. Electronic devices is another very common collocation. The second word is digital. Digital. Dig. This sounds like a J sound, so not digital, but digital. 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 And digital is using or related to computer technology and the internet. You can see in the picture lots of things connected with digital resources online. Here are some example sentences. The transition from analog to digital photography revolutionized the industry. It's talking about the photography industry. So analog to digital. The word analog refers to physical things. So when we had analog cameras, your photographs were stored on physical film, whereas with digital, information is stored basically as zeros and ones. Many countries are investing heavily in digital infrastructure to boost economic growth. My generation has grown up in a predominantly digital world. So you can see some collocations here. Digital infrastructure. That's things like masts, signaling masts and wires underground. Digital photography. And we live in a digital world today. The next word is wireless. Wireless. Wireless means using radio signals instead of wires or cables to send information. For example, wireless technology enables people to work remotely from almost anywhere. The library offers free wireless internet access to all visitors. I prefer wireless headphones because they provide greater freedom of movement. So there's no wires if you have a wireless headphone. So wireless headphones are great, I think. Wireless internet access is another useful collocation. Often talk about this as Wi-Fi access. The next word is software. Software. Software are programs and other information used by a computer. For example, the company develops educational software for language learners. Regular software updates are crucial for maintaining cybersecurity. Many businesses invest in specialized software to streamline their operations. So we have important collocation there, educational software, and software updates. So software always wants to update itself to make it into the latest version. And a word that is linked to software is hardware. So we often talk about software and hardware, but these are separate things. So while software is programs and information, hardware are the physical parts of a computer system, and you can see them in the photograph here. So here you've got hardware like a system unit, and I think this is a power unit and a hard disk and memory chips. This is all hardware. Hardware failures are typically more expensive to fix than software issues. The school recently upgraded its computer hardware to support new learning applications. Technology companies often release new hardware annually to stay competitive. And the next word is browser. Browser. And you can see a browser in the picture. It's Google Chrome. So a browser is a program that lets you look at websites on the internet. For example, most modern browsers offer privacy features to protect users' data. According to recent statistics, Chrome remains the most popular web browser worldwide. I typically use different browsers for work and personal internet browsing. So here you have a different form of the word here. We often talk about web browsers. It's a very common collocation to talk about specifically when you're using the internet. It has the same meaning as internet browsing. The next word, website. Website. This is a set of pages on the internet about a particular subject. Website. So stress is on the first syllable here. Some examples. The university's website provides comprehensive information about admission requirements. Many companies now generate significant revenue through their e-commerce websites. When researching a topic, I always verify information by checking official websites. E-commerce websites, common collocation, is where people sell things. The next word is social media. Social media. These are websites and apps where people can share content and connect with others. For example, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and so on. Many, many more, of course. And some example sentences. Social media platforms have revolutionized how people communicate globally. Excessive social media usage has been linked to mental health issues in young adults. Many businesses now spend a lot on social media advertising. So here's a common collocation. Social media advertising. Social media usage. Note the spelling here. It's often misspelt U-S-A-G-E, not U-S-E-A-G-E. It's a common spelling mistake there. Social media platforms is another very common collocation. Now the words are going to get a little bit harder. Access is the next word. Access is the ability or right to use or obtain something. And in the terms of technology, here's some example sentences. Remote areas often lack access to reliable internet connections. The new policy aims to improve access to technology for disadvantaged students. In developing countries, access to digital resources remains a significant challenge. So, lack access is a very common collocation. Improve access, so when you lack access, you want to improve it. And access to something, so access to digital resources, for example. The next word is user-friendly. User-friendly. So this guy in the picture, he's using something, he's using a tablet. It's user-friendly, it's making him happy. But it basically means easy to use and understand, especially for beginners. The success of the application can be attributed to its user-friendly interface. Companies invest heavily in creating user-friendly products to attract more customers. The website was redesigned to be more user-friendly for people of all ages. So it's easy to use, easy to understand. The next word is upgrade. Upgrade. This means to improve something by making it newer or better quality, often done with software. The company recommends upgrading to the latest version for security purposes. Many consumers upgrade their smartphones every 2 years to access new features. So you can upgrade hardware, you can upgrade devices as well. You can get a better one. Universities regularly upgrade their computer systems to meet modern learning needs. So people often recommend upgrading. So here we have a different form of the word here. And you can upgrade something. You can upgrade smartphones. You can upgrade your laptop. You can upgrade your browser. The next word, innovation. Innovation. So we stress the first syllable here, innovation. And also here, vaish, innovation, innovation. Innovation is a new idea, method, or invention. For example, technological innovation has transformed how businesses operate in the global market. Countries that invest in innovation typically enjoy stronger economic growth. The company's culture of innovation has led to several groundbreaking products. So, culture of innovation is a very useful collocation. It means that there's lots of innovation that happens in a particular place. You can invest in innovation, technological innovation, educational innovation, business innovation, also common collocations. The next word is cutting edge. Cutting edge. Notice the hyphen here. If something is cutting edge, it's very modern and advanced. So maybe this guy is a researcher doing some cutting edge research into perhaps medicines. The laboratory uses cutting edge technology to conduct its research. Many universities pride themselves on providing students with cutting edge facilities. Staying at the cutting edge of technology requires substantial ongoing investment. Cutting edge technology, cutting edge facilities are very common collocation here with this word. And the next word is automation. Automation. So we have the stress here. Automation. This is the use of machines to do work that was previously done by people. So it's a process. So for example, factory automation has increased productivity but reduced employment opportunities. So there was a process of automation in the factory. So people did the jobs before, now it's machines that do it. The banking sector has embraced automation to streamline customer service operations. Although automation offers many benefits, it raises concerns about job losses. So automation is a common topic in IELTS speaking, IELTS writing. So you might be asked to talk about automation, if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And automation is often done with artificial intelligence. Especially today, it's what everyone's talking about as I make this video. Artificial intelligence is computer systems that can do tasks that normally need human intelligence. So it's a way of getting computers to do things that replace human brain power. So while automation is often to do with manual work with your hands, artificial intelligence is more to do with brains. For example, artificial intelligence is revolutionizing healthcare through improved diagnostic capabilities. Many ethical questions surround the development of artificial intelligence systems. The company uses AI, or as artificial intelligence, to analyze customer preferences and behavior. So we use the initials AI if you don't want to say artificial intelligence. The next phrase is digital divide. The digital divide. This is the gap between people who have easy access to computers and the internet and those who don't. So there is a gap here in the photograph. She has a laptop. She has access to computers and the internet. He doesn't. He's using an old-fashioned, rusty old typewriter. So there is a gap. There is a digital divide between these two people. And she is at an advantage. So it's a concern. Government initiatives aim to bridge the digital divide in rural communities, because often in the countryside, in rural communities, small towns and villages, there is less access to the internet and computers. The pandemic has highlighted the severity of the digital divide among students, because some students have easy access to computers and the internet and some don't. Many experts believe that addressing the digital divide is essential for social equality. And the next word is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity. So the C here is pronounced exactly the same as the S here. So not kyber, but cyber. Cyber is to do with anything to do with computers. Is cyber. So cybersecurity is protection of computer systems from theft or damage. For example, companies invest millions in cybersecurity to protect sensitive customer information. The rise in remote work has created new cybersecurity challenges for organizations. Many universities now offer specialized degrees in cybersecurity due to increasing demand. We often talk about cybersecurity challenges, so things that are difficult in cybersecurity. And you can invest in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity. And the next word related to cybersecurity is privacy. Privacy. So the stress is on the I. And note again the C sounds like an S. Privacy. Privacy. Not privacy, although Americans often pronounce this privacy. Privacy, but British English, privacy. This is the state of being free from public attention or interference. When we're talking about technology, here are some more specific examples. Many users are concerned about privacy when using social media platforms because they might want to be free from public attention, not have all their information available to the world. The new legislation aims to strengthen online privacy protections for consumers. Finding a balance between convenience and privacy remains a challenge in the digital age. Online privacy is when you want to stay free from public attention on the internet. So that's a very common collocation. And the penultimate word In fact, the last two words are related. What do you think the word is going to be, by the way, if you look at the picture? Well, the word, or rather the phrase, is virtual reality. Virtual reality, or most commonly known by its initials, VR. VR is computer technology that creates a simulated environment that feels real. So this person is looking at through a VR headset and they can see a virtual environment. Maybe it's a game they're playing. Virtual reality is increasingly being used in training programs for surgeons and pilots. The gaming industry has embraced virtual reality to create immersive experiences. Some therapists use VR to treat patients with phobias and anxiety disorders. And a very closely related phrase is augmented reality. Augmented reality. This is technology that adds digital information to what you can see in the real world. So it combines the real world and the digital world. So perhaps this woman, she has her VR headset on, but the software is maybe showing an animal in front of her, but the animal is surrounded by the real world. So she can see the sky and the clouds in the background, and she might be able to see her own hands as well. But the animal is digital. It's put there by augmented reality software. Augmented reality allows shoppers to visualize furniture in their homes before purchasing. You can do this on Amazon. You can ask Amazon or other shopping websites to show you what the product that you're thinking of buying will look like in your actual room that you're sitting in. Many museums now offer augmented reality exhibits to enhance visitor experiences. Unlike virtual reality, augmented reality enhances rather than replaces the real world. So that's a good way of trying to understand the difference between the two phrases. Augmented reality enhances the real world, doesn't replace it entirely. So those are your 20 words. So thank you very much for watching.